Welcome back. You are watching the Sunday Footy Show. Don't forget, coming up a little later on, Lordo's Deep Dive. But right now, it is the clash of St Kilda and Port Adelaide. And as a result of this win by Port, they slip in very nicely, or at least consolidate for the moment their place in the top four. So one Port champ to intro another.
As we spoke about, what a strong performance it was from Port Adelaide, and their coach Ken Hinkley joins us. Kenny, congratulations. Was it your best win of the year, considering the challenges that you had with injury during the week?
It was a really good win, Kane. Yeah, but we've had some really good wins this year. Obviously, you don't get to fourth without winning enough. But, it was a really strong win. The personnel, the boys did a great job to do what they needed to do for us. Travel, all the things that went into it. St Kilda in probably as good a form as anyone over the last 3 weeks. So it was a challenge for us, no doubt, and really pleased to get that win.
Yeah, we are looking at the highlights now, Kenny. I just thought physically, as simple as it was, I thought you wanted it more than them. Now, I know you won't talk down your opposition, but you must have been so pleased with the physical response and the pressure that you put on.
Yeah, I was, Kane. I think the boys were outstanding, and that was the number one thing we needed to be sure that we were going to be at our absolute best at, because St Kilda's pressure at their best always worries teams, and I was really pleased with the way the boys just stuck the task and went hard after the body and got the ball our way.
Ken, over the past couple of years, we've all got to learn and embrace new phrases. The one this week was sterile corridor. You were in one yesterday in order to come into Melbourne and then leave to play this game against St Kilda. Do you know what's going to happen at this stage as it stands? Your team playing Collingwood on Friday night in Adelaide.
No, we have no idea. I mean, we often say it's a week-to-week phrase in footy, but it's a day-to-day phrase at the moment. And we don't know exactly what will happen. We expect that we'll be playing Collingwood based on what we were able to do yesterday and hopefully what we've done in the past here at Adelaide Oval. So we look forward to the chance to play Collingwood, but what time that will be, what day that will be, I've got no real clarity on that as yet.
Yeah, Chris Davies, your footy manager, was on SEN, I think, Damo, he was saying that it doesn't necessarily lend itself to a night game. So that would be unusual, wouldn't it, to have a Friday afternoon game potentially?
Yeah, it would be. If it was to be the case, they would replace the marquee slot with another game. But look, the latest on that is that the AFL is seeking, on Collingwood's behalf, special exemptions to get them in and out in that time slot, the night time slot, but yet to be guaranteed at this stage.
Ken, on your superstar midfielder, Ollie Wines, how has he evolved as a player? Like, we all know how well he's going, but how have you seen him improve over the past couple of years in his game?
Well, I think the number one thing that Ollie's got hold of now is that he knows exactly what he is and who he is. Every young player coming through, and Ollie was one of those players we put a lot of probably hype and pressure around, and he wanted to be absolutely everything to everyone. What he now knows really well is he absolutely knows what he brings to our footy club. He has done it unbelievably well every week this year. He's in great form. He knows how to play the game that suits Ollie best. He's hitting the scoreboard. He's doing all those things you want your best Mitch to be able to do, and he's playing 4 quarters flat out.
Is he a personality that could one day captain Port Adelaide?
He already has.
But in his own right?
Absolutely he could, yeah. I mean, I have great faith in Ollie, and, Tom's captain today, and, if you looked at it from afar, you'd be sitting there going, who's next? I think it's pretty clear that Ollie looks like he could be the absolute next standalone captain at Port Adelaide.
A young player is very impressive with Mitch Georgiades. 3 of your top 6 goal kickers are out, Ken, and you needed someone to stand up, and it was this young man, Mitch Georgiades. He kicked 4. He's only in his 2nd year, but 31 goals this year is a huge return for someone standing 6'3".
Yeah, it is, Brownie. I think he's been outstanding, and he's a 20-year-old, and I know we talk about rising stars and stuff. With the position Mitch plays, he's as good as any of the young tall forwards going at the moment. And don't forget, last year I think he played 7 games. The year before that, he didn't play any footy at all before we drafted him because he had a quad injury that was severe. And he's played very little football. There's so much upside to Mitch Georgiades. Obviously, we're pretty excited about what he can bring.
Very exciting indeed. I tell you, Charlie Dixon wasn't doing a lot, Kenneth, and at 3/4 time, you had a stern word to him. Have a look at this. You're laying down the law to Big Charlie. And he had a bit of a say back too.
Yeah, Charlie and I have good conversations lots of time. And the one thing about Charlie's a fierce competitor. And when he's competing, it doesn't matter whether it's the coach or anyone else. He needs to have his say, but in this case, I think I won the battle, but we'll probably follow up a little bit further as the week goes on. But Charlie's a fierce competitor. In that part of the game, we'd made a slight change to what we were doing, and Charlie says, I'm sick of playing 4-on-1. Do you mind if it make it 3-on-1? So it's probably a reasonable case he put forward.
Jeez, those masks can be handy sometimes for you, Ken, because we can't lip read.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fantastic, DJ. They love them. You can get away with anything with the mask on, and unfortunately, they do get a bit hard to wear your glasses. And when you get old, if you try to put the mask on with the glasses, you've got nothing you can't see. It's fog. So
Tell me about it.
it's probably another good reason for the mask for the players.
I can attest to that fog bit too, Ken. Ryan Burton, his best is very, very good, isn't it? He was able to get out there and show that yesterday, but he's had a few nigglies over the journey, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He hasn't been perfect with his body, but his absolute best is outstanding. I mean, when we got him from Hawthorn, we're really excited about the player we were getting. I thought yesterday was close to the best game he's possibly played for us, I reckon. Yep. And he used his power really well. He's a really powerful athlete. He's trained differently this year in this pre-season. He hasn't missed a game, which is unusual for one of our players, but he hasn't missed a game. So let's hope that he continue to finish the season off strong.
And he was in the votes, Kenny. I just thought he was terrific. Part of that Chad Wingard deal with Xavier Dersma, Port Adelaide done well out of that. Ollie Wines again. Mackenzie did a great job on King, Ryan Burton. I thought Dougal Howard's job on Charlie Dixon deserves some recognition.
Now, Kane, didn't you ever go at the umpires and everyone for giving midfielders votes? Georgiades kicks 4 goals, was outstanding.
Spot on, Bill.
Come on, Kane.
Bill, I put Ryan Burton and Dougal Howard in my votes.
Where's Georgiades? So who would you have given them votes to, Kenneth, back there?
Oh, Bill, I would have went Georgiades.
Yes.
Oh, dear. Hey, Ken, before we let you go... yeah, go on.
No, I think Ollie Wines was a pretty special player.
Hey, Ken, one of the benefits of these Zoom conversations is we get a little bit of an insight into your house, and we like to look at the background of various people. And I think most people are sitting at home at the moment saying, what's written on that cushion behind Ken? Other side.
It'd be Macbeth or something, wouldn't it?
Be the change you wish to see in the world.
There you go.
Oh,
That's the first time you've read it, Kenneth.
No, it's not, Bill. I read it when I walked in this morning.
Hey, Ken, did you ever deliver that to Bill as a teammate of yours?
Be the change you wish to see in the world. No, I would have wasted a lot of energy.
Come a long way, the boy from Camperdown.
Yeah.
Come in there and he play the twos and we go and watch him and he might be all right, this bloke. Never thought he'd be a coach.
No.
Never thought.
What did he say to his fellow defenders down in the back line before the start of a game?
Poor old Tim McGrath. You look after my man, I'm going for a run. And he had 3 bounces.
I'll get 3 votes.
Poor old Tim Darcy and Tim McGrath.
Bill, he's still there.
No, he's gone.
No, he hasn't. He's still there listening to
Worst
this.
defender I've ever seen.
Hey, Ken, always nice to catch up with you, Ken, and all the best for the remainder of the season, however that might pan out.
Good on you, boys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Ken Hinkley joining us here, the coach of the Port Adelaide Football Club.